we're going to try something a little different here. I get a lot of questions, and I don't have very much time to answer all your questions on Facebook, on my 2 Facebook pages, on my Google Plus, and on my YouTube channel, and on all the forums. So whenever I get some questions, it's just tough for me to do it because I don't have very much time. I'm editing, and we're doing all kinds of crazy things here. So I just figured I'd go into my phone, pull up the questions that I get from YouTube right now, and I'll answer a few of them. This one just, oh boy, these are our RX-1 videos. Is that Keely's replacement? This is about the RX-1 that he's just working on right now. It's not a replacement, it's just another sled. We're going to fix his rev, and he's going to have the RX-1. He wants a turbo, and he wants to go fast, and he wants to beat me. Next question. What are the numbers of that kit? Plenum. We don't know. We don't know the numbers of much of any of this thing that came with it. He just bought the turbo kit used, and he's not quite sure. And that's from Oli Viggo Matheson. Another one. Kia King of Cars. Keely, go to Hurricane Performance and take the drive down to Prescott, Ontario to tune this sucker. Dave Marshall specializes in dyno tuning 4-stroke Yamaha sleds. Good to know. Thanks very much. Looking mean, mean, mean. That's from Landlocked Viking. Should be able to run it on the river when it thaws. Don't know if Keely's going to want to run that 4-stroker down the river. Dylan Link. How are you liking your lawn rod from Indy Dan? I love it. It's a sweet motor. Runs great. We're still doing some clutching on it, and the pipe is out right now at Fireball Coatings in Erin, Ontario. He's putting a military spec coating on that pipe. Low heat signature. Nobody's going to see me coming, but they'll hear me. Let me see. Wow, one guy sent me an email here. He's going to fund my child's education, my child's wedding, funding for my retirement, and I'm on my way to make $5 million. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Excellent work on the fuel enhancer video. Thank you. Carbon fiber parts. I get a lot of hits on my carbon fiber parts video that I made for the Skidoo Elan. I only made it for the old Skidoo guys out there so they could hammer out a hood really quickly. But all these guys making parts for their cars, everybody is watching this video. I don't know what it has now, 300,000-400,000 hits. I get all kinds of comments on it. Everything from you suck to awesome, thanks. Most of them are actually very positive comments. I just did it for fun. The hood on that Elan weighs 4.5 pounds. And the Elan, by the way, yes, is in pieces. And yeah, we're not going to have it together this season. That's kind of the way it goes. Shelburne video. I see a new suspension and track in the Rev. Yes, it has the Chemoplast Challenger 2.5. It's a Challenger Extreme. And I've got a 2011 free ride suspension in it. I'm going to cover that actually on a video that's in edit right now. I'm installing that track in the Rev. And it hooks up like crazy. It's great. The suspension, not so good. Comment on my channel from MRMSM Moose Hunter. Hey Louie, are there any old Swedish snowmobiles where you live in USA or Canada? Like the Active, the Okelbo, the Snow Trick. Keep up the good work. From Coney, a Swedish fan. That's pretty cool. You know what? I don't think we have them here. They're the ugliest snowmobiles, but I love ugly because they're darn cool. And I love that Okelbo. They're just a beast of a looking thing, kind of like an ugly child of an Elan. But they're one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Some people have sent me some really neat pictures, and they're on my Facebook page. You should go check them out. I don't think we have any here. More than likely somebody's imported one, though. And I'm not trying to be insulting, Coney, about your sleds, but I just tell it the way it is. And I love ugly. Don't forget that. You've seen my seat on my Rev, right? Okay. Let me see what's here. I think this is from, I love YouTube names. They make no sense. Sitting low 420. Oh, I kind of know what that means. Thinking about doing this this is about the Polaris XLT 600 mod, one of the videos I shot on the old 600 XLT. Thinking about modding the Indy 500 that I have using an 04 Rev 136 skid. I just need more suspension all around. I know what you mean. Would turning the 136 track be working the little 500 fan motor too much? It's just a trail sled, not a speed demon. It's the wife's sled, and the bumps can get rough, she said. Yes, it'll make her ride better. You probably have, I don't even know what suspension would be in that. Indy 500. Geez, I don't even, Indy 500 from what? Yeah, it's gonna make it a nicer ride. Keep your wife happy. The happier she is, the more fun you get. That's just the way that works. Ask me how I know. Okay. Bubba rope test. I don't know if you guys have seen this video. It's where I test a rope, the Bubba rope. It's a kinetic recovery rope. We pull Land Cruisers out of the mud with it. It's an awesome tool for recovering a 4x4 or just vehicles in the ditch. I do it all winter. When I see somebody stuck, I just go and I pull them out. It doesn't rip their bumpers off. It's nice. It's got a kind of a spring action to it. This one guy, John Young, thanks very much for your comments, John. I love comments, whether they're agreeable with what I do or not. He said, all I'm saying is if you're going to do a Bubba rope test, then do a real test. Could probably pull you out of that with a Honda CRV and a double up extension cord, LOL. My truck weighs 5,600 pounds. It's a full 1-ton chassis, and it's got 36-inch by 13-inch Super Swampers on it, and they're TSLs. When it's stuck, you usually need something very extremely heavy and large to get it out. But, John, by all means, bring your CRV and the extension cord. I'll bring another extension cord, and we'll quadruple them up, and we'll get my Land Cruiser out. I love those comments. They're great. I'm not picking on you. Seriously, I love everybody who comes and checks out my channel. This guy wants a free snowmobile. Sorry, I can't get you a free snowmobile. I get that question a lot. I have a 2000, this is from Chad. He actually put this comment through my video channel, or through my website. Hi, I have a 2001 ZR600 EFI, and I was thinking about making my track longer, and I cannot find any suspension for my sled. Do you have any idea where I could find one that could fit my sled? You're probably not going to find a suspension that's going to bolt directly in. It's pretty tough. Even on that same sled from a different year, it probably won't fit in. They constantly change things up. So if you're going to put a suspension in, you're probably going to have to do some mods. You're going to have to watch some of my videos, see how I put other suspensions in. It's actually not that hard. You might have to build some brackets, reinforcements in the tunnel. When you want to find a cheap suspension, I suggest you go to a relevant forum. snowwestonline.com. There's a great classified section in there. Backcountry Rebels, they have a great classified section. Snow and Mud, Hardcore Sledder, all of these forums, I'm on all of them all the time. Do Talk is not going to have anything for you because it's a do site. But go in there. For this sled, you should be able to find a suspension for about $100 to $200, $300. There are a lot of takeoffs coming off of sleds right now that are almost new for $400 or $500. All right. Oh, and to answer the other question about the 136 Rev suspension, your 500 will have enough power to turn the 136. It should. It's a fanner. There are a lot of fanners out there with a 136 on them. You might have to gear down, but I really doubt it. .com. So those guys are going to have all kinds of information in there for you. Okay. Keely blows a comment on the video. Keely blows up his rev, checking compression and hammered plug. Louie, I just subscribed to your site, have watched most of your videos over the last couple months. Very informative, impressed. Figured I would comment on this particular video you have here, as it is kind of fits the situation I'm in right now. I own a 2006 Mach Z 1000 SDI. Bought it about a month ago. Anyway, yesterday I replaced the exhaust manifold gaskets as the PTO side was leaking. Got it all back together and went for a ride about 15K into the round trip. Got within a half mile of home doing about 80 miles an hour when it just died. It started back up again, but it was not the same. Hobbled it home, checked things out, and realized I forgot to put the EGT sensor back in. Uh-oh. Costing mistake. As I did a compression test and the PTO side was 160, the mag side was 30. I haven't seen any videos from you on the mocks, but would you be interested in making one? Rebuild for sure, with some possible mods. Lighten it up, more power. What are your thoughts? I feel for you. I make mistakes all the time. It happens. Screwing something in and then ultimately screwing something up. That's just, that's a shame. But you know what? We all do it. Sometimes we don't have much time to work on our sleds. We get things rolling. We run in here. And we're also thinking about family things and whatever else. And we just go out and we overlook and we forget. That's too bad and it's costly. But I get a lot of requests for people. They want me to do mods to their sleds and you know, do some work on them. I can't do that. I don't have enough time. And honestly, I only like to be responsible for the things that I drive. If I were to do some work on somebody's sled, something's ultimately going to break, whether it's my fault or not, but Louie will be blamed, and that's just the way it is. So sorry, I can't do any mods to your sled. And to be honest, I barely have enough time between everything that I do to even just work on my own sleds. This, for me, is like almost a 24/7 kind of job. So, but I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate the questions. And I'd love to help you. Boy, I'd love to have a massive shop and we could just wheel all these things in and help everybody out. Maybe we will one day, but for now, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. This is from C. Dykeman 762. Would the timber sled suspension fit on a 1983 Skidoo Citation 4500? You can make any suspension fit any sled, for the most part. It's just going to take some monkey business to make it happen. How you doing for time, Simon? A couple more minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. This is kind of fun. AJ Mechanical on the Mikuni Carb series. I really like your video. I watched the whole series on the carb rebuilding. Is it possible to have you upload video of you uninstalling and reinstalling the carbs? Also, maybe a video of how to carb sync, how to do a carb sync. And what bike did these come off? Actually, these carbs are off a snowmobile, but they're for the most part the same. I do have some videos of them going on and off, but you know, I have over 600 videos right now, and I just can't remember which one. I think it's the XLT video. Pretty simple thing to do. Unscrew the caps, pull the plungers or the pistons out of the top of the carbs, and undo them. Undo the fuel lines. That's it. Just block off the fuel line. Make sure it's not going to pour all over the place. I do need to do a carb sync video. That's a good idea. Just don't have time right now. That's probably going to be next year. Thanks very much, AJ Mechanical. Just bought a Rev. Going to get a Jaws can. Jamie Noah 222 on the Shelburne Fuel Enhancer and Race Fuel video. I will do that. Oh yes, he just said that he's going to buy a Jaws can. The louder the better. He loves the rap in the woods. Darn right you do. Sounds awesome. That's why I'm there. On the Shelburne Fuel video, Jamie says, Jamie Noah 222, 91 fuel quality isn't like it was in the day. I'm excited to try this product. Right on, Jamie. You're going to love it. Guaranteed. How do I get stickers? That's from Jaden. How do you get stickers? Well, I've got a guy. I don't have time to even go to the post office. I know it sounds so bad. I have time to eat sometimes. But I have somebody that I'm going to line up with everyone. I'm going to give you all the information. It's Lad Performance on Facebook. He's going to be selling hats, toques, beanies, and stickers and whatnot. It's just, I can't do it. I get a lot of inquiries, and I want to give you guys stickers. I want to get them at the door, but the stickers cost a couple bucks a piece. And I get requests for, I don't know, 1,000 probably of these stickers, and I've given maybe 400 away already, and 500, I mean. So Lad Performance on Facebook, and I think this fellow's going to build a ladperformance.com website. I'm not sure yet, but anyway, that's where you're going to be able to get them. It's just going to be quicker because, you know, it's almost the end of the season, and I haven't gotten all these stickers out to everybody. All right. Skidoo Rev RK-Tech 827 Big Bore install video. I put one RK-Tech 827 in my Rev a few years ago. This year dyno tuned to run 87 octane, making 156 horsepower. That's pretty good. On 87 octane, awesome. It depends on what you do with the 827. You'll probably even get more power out of it if it's ported and polished and the timing curve is done on the ECM and all that. Yeah, you even get more power. I have no idea what I'm putting out of that right now. It feels awesome, and we're gonna do, probably if Greg at Jaws Performance is on board, we're gonna do a dyno day this summer. We're gonna bring in all the hardware, everything we own, and we're gonna stick it on the dyno, see what it all comes out to. And, let me see. Aaron, an inquiry through my website. Aaron asks, hey Louie, I've been watching your videos on YouTube and found them very informative. Recently I smoked a piston in my 2001 Summit 800 with about 5,000 miles on it, and I'm wondering what pistons to use. I wonder if you've had good luck with the SBI pistons. The OEMs are almost 700. Yep, and I don't really want to dump that much money into it. Do the dual ring pistons up the compression at all? Thanks Louie, and have a great winter. As far as I know, the dual ring pistons really don't up the compression. Some guys run the dual rings in mountains for the big long pulls because of the heat buildup. With the single rings, it's a little harder on them. But I'll tell you, the 700 that I had and a lot of other machines running the single pistons, had I think 11,000 kilometers on it. They go 11, 15,000 kilometers on the single ring pistons, and they seem to last, no problem. Do you need duals? Depends on what you do, but most people get by with the singles, no problem. The SPIs I've used SPXs, you know what, I don't even know where they come from. If I've had an issue with the piston, it's been my fault. I've melted them down because I've run too lean, I've taken some water in, something like that. So for the most part, you're gonna be just fine with those pistons. And that's gonna be a wrap for today, because good old Simon, the cameraman here, has to get off to school to do his mechanical engineering thing. And I have to thank you guys for coming, and you know what? We'll do this again. Thanks for watching.
You to come, I'll make it impossible.